Bayern Munich are FIFA Club World Cup champions as of Thursday, their 6th trophy of the season. First time that's happened since 2009 Barcelona, managed by Pep Guardiola. Here's what he had to say in response. Quote, "I'm very proud, but I would like to say to Hansi that you are the second team to win all 6 titles in a row. Before it was another team, it was Barcelona, so maybe I can call Messi and company and we can play for the 7th title. Tell me when and where, and we will be there." It has been a while, so let's refresh you on what that 2009 Barcelona team looked like. This is actually the 11 they fielded in the Club World Cup final. Some things worth noting. Zlatan and Eto'o had just swapped, so Eto'o really a bigger part of that 09 side, as was obviously Andres Iniesta, not here in this lineup. Shaka, it feels like the ultimate barroom debate. Who you taking between these two sides?
I'll be honest, I'm taking Barcelona all day, every day. And listen, I understand the parity between the two and the competitions that they won. But if I look at Bayern Munich right now, and I ask who from today's Bayern Munich will get into that Barcelona starting 11, I'm looking at the bookends. Maybe Lewandowski, Manuel Neuer, but I'm not sure how many others get it. If you take Lionel Messi out of Barca 2009 and swap anybody else in, now I think we have a game.
All right.
Now we have a game. But you put Messi in, Messi wins it.
Right.
For wherever you put him in, he wins it.
Yeah, it's hard to disagree with that. Craig, who do you think would win?
Well, first and foremost, I've never been. You mentioned a barroom discussion. I've been in many bars in my life, as you well know, and I've never ever discussed who's a better team ever. Do you know why? If I walk in a bar and somebody starts speaking to me about soccer, I'll walk straight out. So I ain't having a barroom discussion with anybody. I'm going to the bar for a beer and a chat about something else.
Right.
So look, I thought you were going to talk about the 2011 Barcelona team because I've got more memories of that one for obvious reasons. It's 2 years closer to where we are now, and I saw them play a lot more. But yeah, I don't know. Probably I'm just going to say Barcelona because it means I'm going to have to. I can throw this to Jan and I can stop talking because this Club World Cup, as you well know, I wouldn't watch this Club World Cup. See if I cleared the snow in my back garden, right, and they played it out there, I wouldn't watch it. I wouldn't watch it. You know, if they're running about in my kitchen and it was extra time and penalties, I'd go upstairs. I wouldn't watch it. So it might be a barroom discussion if you're a total train spotter, right? But it ain't for me. I don't go to bars and talk about this kind of nonsense.
Craig, you said you weren't that interested in the FIFA Club World Cup. You think they should have played it this year with everything going on? I mean, we see what's happened for Bayern Munich. Thomas Muller got COVID.
Well, listen. That's not to be laughed at.
No.
Right.
Oh, he changed his face. He changed his face, Frank. Did you see that? He was like going for that guy in the bar, and then he suddenly was a politician. Listen, boy.
Well, yes. Well, I have to get the seriousness, Jan, of the COVID scenario out the way, and that's far from ideal. But no, I think with everything that's going on, with the problems that they've got with the Europa League and the Champions League and finding venues and trying to get the games played and trying to get domestic leagues finished, and some leagues have got their cup competitions to play and everything's getting squeezed in. These showcase games that are showcased for a barroom discussion, apparently for some people, I don't really think they should have been played, and particularly not with all the travel restrictions that we have and the travel problems and the sort of red list countries and all this. So we could have, well, to be honest with you, and even without a pandemic, we could, as far as I'm concerned, we could be doing without this game. So I don't know, Sebi. It's, players are getting COVID because they're going there, and it's just far from ideal.
Jan, ultimately the trip to Qatar was successful for Bayern Munich, but it was certainly fraught. You think it could in any way impact their title chances in the Bundesliga?
I would love to say I would hope so, but it's too serious to say like this. But listen, Bayern Munich got a sponsor deal with Doha Qatar, so they were always going to go. There were trouble in Berlin. They were 3 minutes too late to take off. Uli Hoeneß and Karl-Heinz Rummenigge said it was his biggest conspiracy, for ages. Then they came down there. Thomas Müller got the COVID, needed to be sent home. Boateng, personally tragedy with his ex-girlfriend. Hansi Flick fighting with Tolisso in the middle of the parks. There were a lot of things going on, and I think it's fair to say with the pandemic now, we should respect all these kind of things. But I think now what the sport has done here in Europe, we have 3 different world championships now across Europe at this moment. We are discussing, should we still do 12 different countries for the Euros? I mean, it's just mad. We just have to sort these things out. But that game was always gonna happen. And unfortunately, Bayern will probably win 5-0 against Bielefeld on Monday. There's nothing that could stop that train, even if some of the stations they were going to were called Doha in Qatar.
Jan, speaking of trains, we went a little bit off the tracks there. Back to the original point of this segment. Who do you think would win, 2009 Barcelona or current Bayern Munich? Quiet, Craig.
You're taking this. You're actually trying to take this serious. Let's
there are two things. There are three things.
Let's get back on track.
There is 3 things I want to say about that. First of all, Craig Burley thinks he's George Clooney when he goes into a bar, so you can imagine the levels he's on. Secondly, what I've heard from the Norwegians who played with him, there's nothing that he can talk about football in a bar. He can't talk about anything when he is in a bar. And third, I think it's fair that what Craig said about, or Shaka said as well, about individual players, Barcelona will be ahead. But if you see the team of Bayern, I think there are so many different ways they can do it. I mean, let's be honest. There were stages when the tactic of Barcelona was to give the ball to Messi. I think that the Bayern team would have won that easy.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.